Have you ever wondered why some men in their late 60s seem full of energy and mental sharpness, while others feel constantly tired, achy, and unmotivated? Here's a question that might surprise you. Could your solo habits have something to do with it? This is not about judgment or taboo. It's about understanding how your body changes with age and how one private habit, if done carelessly, can quietly affect your prostate, your hormones, and even your mood. Before you decide whether it matters or not, let me tell you the story of two old friends, Robert and Daniel, both 67 years old, both retired, and both about to learn a powerful lesson about aging well. The story begins. Robert and Daniel had been best friends since high school. They played basketball in their youth, worked in the same town, and even retired within the same year. But soon after retirement, their lives began to take very different turns. Robert stayed active, walking every morning, gardening, and helping his wife with cooking. He looked relaxed, his skin healthy, and his smile calm. Daniel, however, started complaining about fatigue, insomnia, and frequent trips to the bathroom at night. He thought it was just part of getting older. One day, while having tea together, Daniel sighed and said, "Robert, I don't get it. We eat the same food, we're the same age, but I feel like I've aged 10 years faster." Robert hesitated for a moment, then said quietly, "Maybe it's what you do when you're alone that's making a difference." Daniel blinked in surprise. "You mean?" Robert nodded. "Yes, that." The hidden connection between solo activity and aging. Now let's be clear from the start. Masturbation, or solo sexual activity, is a normal part of human life. It helps relieve stress, supports hormonal balance, and can even aid sleep. But after the age of 60, your body's recovery systems slow down. What once was harmless or energizing in your 30s can become draining if not done with awareness. The prostate gland, a small walnut-sized organ just below your bladder, plays a key role in this. With age, it becomes more sensitive and prone to inflammation. If you overstimulate it too often, or do so when your body is tired or dehydrated, it can lead to swelling, pelvic discomfort, urinary problems, and even hormonal imbalances. This is exactly what happened to Daniel. He had developed a habit of using solo activity as a way to fall asleep when he felt restless or lonely. He didn't realize that his body no longer recovered like it used to. Over time, his prostate became irritated, his sleep worsened, and his energy plummeted. Lesson 1. The aging body needs longer recovery. When you were young, your body could bounce back easily. But after 60, your testosterone levels drop, and your nervous system takes longer to restore energy after any kind of release, physical or emotional. Robert learned this years earlier, after his doctor explained something crucial. As you age, your body needs longer recovery between sexual activities. Otherwise, you start burning your limited energy supply instead of building it. That advice changed his life. He began spacing his solo sessions, focusing on relaxation and deep breathing before and after. He treated it not as a quick fix, but as a mindful practice. Research supports this idea. Moderate frequency helps maintain healthy testosterone levels, while excessive or compulsive activity can raise stress hormones like cortisol, which contribute to fatigue, irritability, and inflammation. Practical tip. If you're over 60, aim for moderation, no more than 2 to 3 times per week. Give your body at least 1 to 2 days to fully recover. If you feel tired afterward, it's your body's signal to slow down. Lesson 2. Blood flow is everything. Another reason older men face prostate issues is poor circulation. Long hours of sitting, whether watching TV, driving, or working at a desk, restrict blood flow to the pelvic area. When combined with frequent stimulation, it can cause congestion around the prostate. Robert had a simple habit that kept him healthy. Every morning, he took a brisk 20-minute walk, followed by light stretching. That routine improved his circulation, balanced his hormones, and kept his prostate well-nourished with oxygen-rich blood. Daniel, meanwhile, spent most of his day seated, reading newspapers or watching TV. He didn't realize that this stillness was slowly suffocating his pelvic area. Practical tip: if you sit for long hours, stand up and move every 30 minutes. Gentle movements, hip circles, short walks, or leg stretches can greatly improve pelvic health. Good circulation equals good prostate function.
Lesson 3: Hydration and the prostate connection. As we age, the sense of thirst becomes weaker. Older adults often drink less water, which can thicken the fluids around the prostate and bladder. This makes the body more prone to inflammation and discomfort. Daniel rarely drank water in the evening because he didn't want to wake up to use the bathroom. But that dehydration actually worsened his prostate symptoms. His doctor later told him that the prostate needs proper hydration to flush out waste and maintain elasticity. Practical tip: drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily, but reduce heavy fluids 1 hour before bed instead of cutting them out completely. Also, include herbal teas like green tea or chamomile. Both have mild anti-inflammatory properties. Lesson 4: The power of mindful practice. Stress is one of the biggest enemies of male health. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, which suppresses testosterone and weakens your immune system. If you combine that stress with rushed solo activity, you're amplifying tension instead of releasing it. Robert treated intimacy, even solo intimacy, as something sacred. He took deep breaths, stayed calm, and listened to his body's rhythm. He never forced it when tired, sad, or anxious. He understood that sexual energy is part of overall vitality, not separate from it. Daniel, however, often used it to numb himself from boredom or worry. He didn't realize that he was draining his body's natural balance. Practical tip: always approach your body with relaxation. Avoid solo activity when you're mentally exhausted, right after eating, or right before sleep. Instead, try deep breathing or meditation first. You may find the urge passes or becomes healthier, calmer, and more fulfilling. Lesson 5: Nutrition for prostate and longevity. You can't out-exercise or out-relax a poor diet. The foods you eat daily have a direct effect on your prostate and hormone health. Robert followed a Mediterranean-style diet: olive oil, salmon, nuts, berries, leafy greens, and whole grains. He limited processed foods, red meat, and sugar. Daniel, on the other hand, loved fried snacks and sweet coffee. He thought cutting portions was enough, but inflammation doesn't care about calories, it cares about quality. Over time, Robert's healthy fats and antioxidants protected his cells, improved circulation, and lowered his inflammation levels. Practical tip: add tomatoes, pumpkin seeds, and green vegetables to your meals. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, known to support prostate health. Pumpkin seeds contain zinc, vital for testosterone balance. Avoid too much alcohol or caffeine, which can irritate the bladder and prostate. Lesson 6: Pelvic exercises and posture. Most people don't realize that sitting posture affects the prostate. Slouching compresses pelvic nerves and restricts blood flow. Robert learned to sit upright, engage his core, and even practiced Kegel exercises daily, contracting and relaxing the pelvic muscles gently. He didn't need fancy equipment, just awareness. Daniel laughed when he first heard about it, but after 3 months of practice, his nighttime urination decreased, and his overall control improved. Practical tip. Try this daily. Tighten the muscles as if stopping the flow of urine, hold for 3 seconds, and release. Repeat 10 times. Do it while sitting, standing, or even walking. It strengthens the pelvic floor and helps prevent prostate issues. Lesson 7. Sleep, hormones, and recovery. Deep sleep is when your body repairs itself, restores testosterone, and heals tissues, including the prostate. But frequent late-night solo activity can disrupt this natural rhythm. Robert kept a strict bedtime schedule: no screens an hour before sleep, no heavy meals after 8 p.m., and always dimmed lights early. His hormone cycles stayed strong because he respected his body's timing. Daniel often stayed up late watching TV or using his phone. His sleep suffered, his cortisol rose, and his testosterone fell. Practical tip. Prioritize sleep over stimulation. Rest is not a luxury, it's your body's most powerful medicine.
Lesson 8. Emotional health and connection. Loneliness in older men is more dangerous than most people realize. It can weaken immunity, raise blood pressure, and even shorten lifespan. Many men turn to quick pleasures to fill the emotional gap, but what they truly need is connection. Robert volunteered at a local garden club, met friends regularly, and spent time with his grandchildren. He found joy in human connection, not just momentary relief. That emotional warmth boosted his mental and physical health naturally. Daniel slowly learned this too. He began joining a walking group, sharing stories, and reconnecting with people. He said later, "I feel alive again, not just existing." Practical tip. Make social contact a part of your health routine. Call an old friend, join a club, or help someone in your community. It's one of the simplest ways to extend your lifespan. Lesson 9. Medical checkups. Prevention is power. By the time Daniel visited his doctor, he had an enlarged prostate. Fortunately, it wasn't cancerous, just inflamed from years of overuse and poor lifestyle. His doctor prescribed mild medication, but the real healing came from lifestyle changes. Robert, meanwhile, had made annual checkups part of his routine since age 55. That simple habit helped him catch early signs of inflammation and adjust his habits before problems began. Practical tip. If you're over 50, get your prostate checked once a year. Regular screenings, PSA tests, and healthy discussions with your doctor can save you from bigger issues later. The turning point. After following Robert's advice for 6 months, Daniel began to notice changes. He slept through the night, felt calmer, and even regained some energy he thought was gone forever. He didn't stop his solo activity. He simply learned to do it with balance and awareness. He once told Robert, "You know, it's not about giving up pleasure. It's about giving my body the respect it deserves." Robert smiled. Exactly. When you treat your body kindly, it rewards you with more life. The takeaway. So what can we learn from Robert and Daniel? The aging body needs longer recovery after stimulation. Good circulation and hydration protect your prostate. Stress management is as important as diet. Good sleep restores your hormones. Connection heals more than isolation ever will. Prevention is always better than cure. Your body is wise. It sends signals before breaking down. If you notice fatigue, pelvic pressure, or changes in urination, don't ignore them. These are gentle reminders that it's time to slow down, breathe, and realign with balance. Call to action. Now I want to ask you a simple question. Which of these lessons speaks most to you today? Is it number 1, the need for recovery, number 3, stress and balance, or number 5, emotional connection? Type the number in the comments below. Let's see which part of the story resonates most with you. If you found this story valuable, share it with someone you care about, because every man over 60 deserves to know that aging well isn't about restriction. It's about understanding, balance, and respect for the body you've built over a lifetime. Remember this: you can't stop aging, but you can decide how you age. Choose awareness over impulse, connection over isolation, and balance over burnout. That's the real secret to lasting health and strength at any age.